Hey, Doggy, why don't you ever show us any races, man? Like all you show us are these time trials, tracks. We don't care about that. Let's see some races. Well, about that, it's not too easy to just find a public race. It's actually one of my least favorite things about this game as is. I'm pretty sure if I had a bunch of friends that played it, it'd be sick. If I was in a community, it would be amazing. But just getting into a public room, whenever you can finally get into a public room, doesn't always mean you'll be able to play the game. Now, I can expand on this some more, and I might a little bit later, but I'm gonna just let you watch this for now and understand this is not a rarity. This is frequent, and this is normality for the online experience. Trying to find a public game is not as simple as going to multiplayer, clicking on public match, and winding up having good races. But no, hold up. You trying to fool me, man. When I get on there, I see people racing. Well, let me walk you through how it works from what I've seen and why it makes sense for people to just idle in races, all right? If you get into a lobby and queue up for a race, you are guaranteed 20 coins. If you cross the line to start your first lap, you get 40. If you finish a race, I believe if you finish a race, you get 50. If you get fourth place, 55, third place gets 60, second place gets 65, and the winner gets 70. So if you're willing to just turn the game on and let it sit in the lobby and hope somebody finishes the race, you'll get 20 coins. 25 races, you get a blind box. If you're lucky enough that somebody bumps you over the line, that gives you 40 coins. So as long as somebody's willing to finish the race and you're allowed to just sit in a lobby where you don't need to queue up, there's a timer that starts it automatically. You don't need to pick a race. There's a timer that starts that automatically. You can effectively let the game sit and farm as long as there is literally one person, and there only needs to be one person, to finish the race and start the timer to end the race. And that is why this video exists. The amusing thing about this, when you think about it, is that in the grand scheme of things, nobody really gets harmed by this. Technically, there are some people who do. They're the ones whose races get affected by AFK people on the track. But other than that, if you think about it, nobody really gets harmed by this, which is kind of amusing. If you are willing to race, you are going to get 40 plus. If there just so happens to be less people, it's easier to get more coins. And if you weren't going to race, all you wanted was 20 in, maybe if luck was on your side, you get 40. So I guess my question would be, is it possible to move these AFK people shortly after the race starts so they don't interfere with the few people who are actually trying to race? That, as small as it may be, would actually go a pretty long way for making the multiplayer experience pretty enjoyable, in my opinion.